Statement win. Statement win. You asked for a statement win. You asked, and we delivered. Oh my days, guys! I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing. What did I just witness? No, seriously, what did I just witness? Like Barcelona versus Chelsea yesterday. Chelsea had a moment, a special moment. I mean, taking out Barcelona like that, 3-0 victory with their wonder kid Esteva scoring that goal. That was a moment. That was a good feeling in the Stamford Bridge, right? It was only it was only right for Arsenal to do the same. Get that buzz, that feeling in the Emirates as well, but in style. Oh my God, guys! Look, first of all, I saw this Arsenal versus Bayern Munich game as a game that is not so much as important as the weekend match against Chelsea, because I knew is even if Arsenal lost this game or drew this game or whatever the score was, it wasn't really gonna make or break anyone's season, right? So it was supposed to just be that game that you don't take too serious, but at least get a good result, like get a win or a draw, but put in a good performance. That way, you go into the weekend in a higher spirit and higher momentum, because we already know Chelsea did that against Barcelona. They're eager to play us. Like they're like, yeah, we're gonna beat Arsenal. We're gonna beat us. That is the word flying around Stamford Bridge and everywhere right now, that Chelsea's gonna beat Arsenal. It's fine. You can do all that, but my issue was with this game, right? Bayern Munich, man. Bayern Munich. The fans, the football club itself, like they did something that I didn't understand. I mean, we all know that Arsenal and Bayern Munich have had a rough history, right? They've played a couple of times over the years, and it's never really gone Arsenal's way, home and away. It's always been Bayern Munich trashing us. Remember the 5-1 victory in the Allianz Arena, the 5-1 victory in the Emirates. This was Wenger's area 2 seasons ago, right? Losing to them in the Emirates, I think like 3 goals to 1 or 2-1 or something, then drawing 2-2 or something in their home. So he's never really gone Arsenal's way, right? So Bayern Munich Football Club kept going on their Facebook page and posting several posts mocking Arsenal for not being able to, dominate over the years that we've met. I mean, there was one post that had Bayern Munich 10 to have a good time against Arsenal. The 10-2, right? The 5-1, 5-1, 10-2. They kept mocking us, like showing several of the times of play together, how we've won probably one or two and lost so many. They've been mocking us. I was like, why are they really doing this? Because the rumor has been Arsenal and Bayern Munich are the two strongest team in Europe right now. So this game is going to decide who is the best team in form right now, right? So that was the debate going on. But I was like, is that really necessary? Like, well, what does Bayern Munich have to prove? Yes, you guys you've had a 100% record in Bundesliga and also in the Champions League. You had the best attack record. You've scored in every single game. Your defense hasn't been that bad, right? And Arsenal has had their own, record so far in the Premier League and in the Champions League, and we are top of the Premier League with 6 points. You guys are top of the Bundesliga with 6 points. I get the comparison, but why start this unnecessary beef right now, especially when it's just a group stage, and whether you win, lose, or draw still doesn't define your season. I mean, PSG this time of the season, last season, they lost, right? They were terrible in the group stage. But they ended up winning the Champions League. So I didn't understand that unnecessary pressure Bayern Munich we're trying to build on social media. It's almost like they're trying to get attention. You don't need attention. You're a big club already. We already know that. So it was super, super weird. They even brought Harry Kane into the mix. But guess what? We managed to beat Harry Kane and Spurs in the same week. Hold that, Bayern. Hold that. All right, let's get into the game. So obviously, we understood that Bayern love to high press, right? So they always love to put pressure in order to at least put the attack on pressure. All right, let's break down to the game. So we already know that Bayern love to high press, right? The high press when you try to play out of your own half and force. All right, let's break down to the game. So we already know that Bayern love to high press, right? The high press when you try to play out of your own half and force you to make mistake and pretty much score goals, because that's how they've scored most of their goals, especially against Chelsea, Barcelona, and also in the Bundesliga. So Mikel Arteta did his homework and he knew that, so he made sure we played less from the back when we needed to and went long. So instead of Raya just playing from the back, we go long, and sometimes we don't go long, we play from the back, but we don't always do it. We made sure that it wasn't a consistent thing. That way we minimize the amount of time we made mistakes, right? That was us going against how they normally play, so they were not used to those long balls. But trust me, it would have been better if we had someone like USGoonerz up front, because USGoonerz is really good at winning those long balls in the box, but we couldn't get that attacking threat whenever Raya went long. And at that time, we didn't have Martinelli. Obviously, Martinelli would have tried when Raya goes long like that, but still, that was us going against Bayern's game plan, and it worked. We beat the press, and we managed to use our strength, which is a set piece, to get our first goal. And we already know that Bayern were terrible when it comes to defending set piece. So we used our strength against their weakness, gave us the first goal. And because Bayern is obviously a very good team, they're able to create this amazing gameplay whereby Kimmich went long to Gnabry, and Gnabry one touch to Carl tap in. That was beautiful, just literally splitting our defense wide open with just like three balls. That was amazing. Like, I had to clap for that goal. That goal was really, really good. And I was like, if Calafiori was probably playing instead of Miles Kelly, he definitely would have intercepted that ball to Gnabry before Gnabry can even get that square play ball to Carl. And if it's probably Gabriel marking Carl, he wouldn't even let Carl get ahead of him to go in for the tap in. But that is just what if. It was a good goal. I applauded. Halftime, right? So now we go into the break, but we start second half with more intense pressure. We noticed that Bayern Munich wanted to play from the back. I don't know why they kept doing that, but yeah, they wanted to play for the back. We raised up the pressure and forced them to make mistakes. That's how I think Upamecano made his mistake. That's what led to Rice getting the ball, passing it to Eze, true ball to Calafiori from the underlap run. Calafiori, square play, Madueke with the tap in. Awesome goal. Goal from open play. Goal from our new substitution. Eze with his brilliance again. And it just kept getting better. The momentum shift. Bayern obviously pushing to get the equalizer. They just believed that they were supposed to beat us, right? They really underestimated how good we were. They thought we were the old Arsenal. So they upped the pressure, trying to, at least get the equalizing goal. The substitutions, I think Martinelli came in, Odegaard came in. And yeah, we soaked the pressure. Brilliance from Eze. Saw the run. Played the up through ball to Martinelli. Manuel Neuer knowing that, okay, his team are doing the high line, so definitely he has to cut that true ball to Martinelli. It comes out early. Martinelli's first touch is amazing. goes round Neuer is a simple tap in into the back of the net. And Martinelli has got a lot of goals like that in the Champions League, whereby he comes in late, he's energetic, ready to go for the run, and teams are trying to high press us and try at least maybe equalize or just score a goal. We take advantage of that. True ball to Martinelli with the whole green to run through. Martinelli, trust me, with his amazing pace, goals past, and he scored like probably 3-4 goals in Champions League that way. So it was an amazing night for Arsenal. We had to make a big statement, not just to the Champions League, but to the Premier League, right? Because to be honest, I'm not even looking at the Champions League right now. Champions League starts in January, February, during the knockout stage. That is when the business end of Champions League start. This stage, finishing first, second, third, fourth, fifth, even being in a knockout round doesn't matter, because PSG were in a knockout round last season and ended up winning it. So this is just more of ego, more of pride, right? You want to be the team that is on top of the league, feeling good, but it doesn't mean anything, right? So, which is why I'm not really carried away by this. What I'm more interested in is the momentum it takes Arsenal into the Chelsea game on Sunday, which is why a better performance in this game was important, especially from what Chelsea did to Barcelona the other day. So we needed to go into that game with a really big win against Bayern Munich, and we did that. So everything is well set up for the Chelsea game. Chelsea fans were very confident they're going to beat us at the Stamford Bridge, and I'm super excited for that game, especially seeing that we were tested today against a very, very strong Bayern Munich side. Remind you, this is a Bayern Munich side that haven't lost the season. Like, I want that to sink in. They haven't lost any game, home and away, in Bundesliga and in Europe. They have been unbeaten. They've had all wins, one draw. We gave them their first L tonight. So we were tested by a very, very strong side, and we outplayed them. That shows how strong we really are. And also, it also shows our strength and depth. When one thing isn't working, right? Let's say Eze is not clicking, Gyökeres is not clicking, Saka is not clicking. We have options to come from the bench and literally change games. So this is really a big X factor that we didn't have in the previous season. So yeah, guys, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about our game going to Chelsea. Do you think we're going to beat Chelsea, draw to Chelsea, or lose? I think we're going to win. I'm not sure of the score, but I'll give my prediction, probably my match preview this weekend. But yeah, this was a big statement win, and I just had to get this reaction out. It's something that, trust me, it was an amazing night. It was a great feeling. We had to get our own feeling, similar to what Chelsea did yesterday against Barcelona. So we had to do this, and it was really, really special. That's all I have for you guys, man. Again, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, especially if you're an Arsenal fan. I want our Arsenal fans here. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, hype this video, share it, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.